Life is a journey that does not stay the same. There are peaks, valleys, and everything in between. As we get older and as we mature, we go through different chapters and phases. And there are people out there, including myself, who aren't huge fans of change, especially when we're enjoying what we're doing. But change is inevitable to happen at some point. And these changes can be small changes, changes in daily life, or even in life in general. And one of the most common types of change in life is going through different chapters. Whether that's moving or going to a different school, starting a new profession, starting a new sport, whatever it is. And speaking from personal experience, as I'm sure a lot of you can relate, going from chapter to chapter isn't easy. And whether or not you're excited for that next chapter in your life that's coming, there is an adaptation process. And part of that adaptation process is being accepting of moving forward. And again, speaking from personal experience, if you had great times and great experiences in your previous chapter, it can be difficult at first to move on to the next chapter. And we as humans, when we have a safe, secure memory, or memories plural, we feel inclined to want to cling to them. The feeling that we get from thinking about those memories, those positive, happy, uplifting feelings, we want to keep experiencing them. So therefore, for a lot of us, we might not want change to happen. And this, among many other factors, can cause us to feel melancholy and upset when a chapter in our life is either closing or has already closed. And as common as it is to go through those feelings when an excellent chapter is closed, again, speaking from personal experience, I want to provide a more uplifting and encouraging way to look at that. And that is to remember that having those excellent memories to look back on that you are going to remember is really a blessing. The fact that at any point in your life, any time of day, night, whatever, you can think about those memories and mentally put yourself back in time and get all those feel-good emotions again is really a blessing. Those memories are not going anywhere. You can't shift or change them, manipulate them. No, it's from a real life event. You have experienced favorable life-changing events that have not only helped you become the person you are today, but have also equipped you with the tools to keep evolving as you go through life. Remember that every experience that we go through, whether it's a positive or a negative experience, equips us with tools and skills that we are going to utilize in the present and the future for the rest of our lives. I am currently going through this where a chapter in my life literally just ended a few weeks ago. I'm going to be honest, I've been pretty melancholy about it, and I've been feeling sad about it that I had made great memories and went through great experiences, and I don't want that chapter in my life to end. Even with the negative events that took place, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I mentioned not wanting to trade the negative events for the world because they have helped me become who I am today, what I'm doing today, and still aspire to do and to be. But anyway, I keep having to remind myself when I'm feeling, the pit in your stomach, that pit in your chest of missing what you had. I have to remind myself it's a blessing that I have so many transformative experiences and memories to look back on for the rest of my life. And I'm not saying at all that thinking that it's a blessing is going to make the process that much easier. No, it takes time. You are not going to be feeling down about that chapter in your life closing and then the next day be over it already. It doesn't work like that. It takes repetition of telling yourself that it's a blessing that you went through those great experiences and reminding yourself that you have those installed in the memory books for the rest of your life. Another thing that I will say too is I also remind myself of this is, at least for me personally, I would rather go through the melancholy and the upsetting and unfavorable emotions because I miss a time period in my life than to have never went through that time period and therefore never experience or feel anything. I would much rather feel the feels for a temporary period of time because I miss a wonderful time in my life than to never feel anything because I never experienced what I experienced. With that, it can kind of be playing a game of this or that. So yes, even though those unfavorable emotions are unfavorable, there are different ways to perceive them, with some of them being what I just talked about. One more thing I'm going to say is trust yourself that you are ready to take on this next chapter in your life. All the other chapters that you've opened and closed, the doors, they've all given you the tools and the resources and the skills that you need to keep going. So I hope that what I talked about today helped shed a more encouraging perspective and light on the unfavorable emotions that can come from missing a time period or chapter in your life that just ended. Thank you for tuning into this video, and stay tuned for my next one.